What's going on, everybody? I'm Howard Bender from Fantasy Alarm. It's time now for your fantasy baseball stock watch for MLB Week 12. Your fantasy baseball waiver wire is probably looking a little bleak right now. A lot of MLB injuries, but we also have a number of guys who are coming back. So, time to explore some buy low, sell high trade candidates, as well as hoping that some of the risers that I'm going to mention here are sitting on your waiver wire. So, let's just get right to it with a little 3 up, 3 down. And we start in San Francisco with Giants outfielder Heliot Ramos. So far through 30 games, Ramos is now batting .309 with 6 home runs and 23 RBI. He's hit safely in 7 of his last 9 games with 5 multi-hit performances. But here's the thing. He's performed well enough that even with Michael Conforto and Austin Slater coming back from injury, Ramos has stayed in that starting lineup, and there's really very limited competition for at-bats. So strike while the iron's hot, ride the wave until it breaks, whatever you want to do. This guy's owned in less than 25% of leagues right now. So if you can get him, go get him. How about Jurickson Profar, another outfielder for the San Diego Padres? Why is nobody talking about the year that Profar is having right now? It's been absolutely fantastic. He's batting .322 with 10 home runs, 43 RBI. He's got 4 stolen bases. There's zero competition for at-bats in that San Diego Padres outfield. I actually originally drafted Profar as a placeholder, waiting for Jackson Merrill to get the call, but Merrill broke camp with the big club, and Profar hasn't stopped hitting since day one. He's made adjustments to his plate discipline. He's putting barrel on the ball, and his swing rates look very, very strong. Listen, we've seen players at age 31 make adjustments. Remember Yandy Diaz last year? I'm not saying Profar is going to be this year's Yandy Diaz, but I'm sorry, you got to keep riding him until he's going to continue, as long as he continues playing like this. And then finally, the other riser that I want to go through here is Tyler Kinley. Listen, I get it. Nobody wants a Rockies closer, but you know what? Saves are saves. And even Rockies closers get saves. He's got 3 saves. Kinley's in on 3 saves and a win over his last 6 appearances. He's in a platoon with lefty Jalen Beeks, but Kinley's going to be the guy who's going to get the most work as that right-handed arm. Listen, he's going to have some situations where his ERA is going to get beaten up. He's going to be in a lot of non-save situations as well. But if you're looking for saves, this is the place to go. Remember Daniel Bard, who saved 54 games for the Rockies between 2022 and 2023? I'm not saying Kinley's saving that many, but dude's going to be locked in here in the 9th inning. As for 3 down, let's talk about some fallers here. And we start with Michael Harris. That's right, Michael Harris of the Atlanta Braves. I don't really want to go and say bad things about Michael Harris, but come on, guys. He's batting .115 over his last 7 games with no extra base hits, no steals, and only 2 RBI. His ground ball rate and his infield fly ball rate are way too high right now. So I do think he is a solid buy low. Find yourself like a third-rate starter who's pitching over his head, like an Eric Fetty type guy, and maybe make that offer for Michael Harris, because I do believe that he turns things around. The batted ball data will probably normalize, and in the second half, he's going to be worth something. On the way down, who's not worth something? Anthony Rizzo. Listen, you're not going to find a bigger Yankees fan than I am right now, but the time is right to move on from Anthony Rizzo. The Yankees need to move on from him, as well as fantasy owners. I get it. He's a great clubhouse guy, which is why the Yankees are going to keep him going here, but bat speed's gone, the power is gone, and the production is just non-existent. If you've been using him as a corner infielder, move on. And then finally, last guy I want to talk about here, Bailey Ober. Yeah, that's right. It's over for Ober, in my opinion, right now. Terrible follow-up to last year with this 5.13 ERA. His strikeout rate is down, home runs are up, walks are up, and the peripherals do not indicate that improvement is on its way. So if you were drafting Bailey Ober to be an innings eater in the middle of your rotation, you might want to take a quick step back. I've got a full article with more stats, more details, more suggestions over at fantasyalarm.com. If you do not subscribe, zap that QR code you see right here on the screen, or go to fantasyalarm.com/win and use the promo code Let's Go for 50% off your first month. Appreciate you guys tuning in here. I'm Howard Bender from Fantasy Alarm. We'll catch you next time.